On tonight's Gwinnett Prep Rally, we're down to 5, and that's what brother against brother will do for you. Brookwood sends the Ridge packing for the winter, and what a ball game it was. The best highlights anywhere from that are right here. New kid on the block, Archer, is just happy to be there, but North isn't, and the Bulldogs are off to round 2. And Grayson is ramming its way through the final 32. Collins Hill, victim number 1. Some heartbreaks in the first round, some tough matchups in round 2. Will and Todd have it for you on Gwinnett Prep Rally right now.
For more than 15 years, your source for Gwinnett County sports is Gwinnett Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to Gwinnett Prep Rally, your county's original high school sports television program. And now it is its 19th season, and we can be seen right here on GCPS TV for the entire 2011-2012 school year. I'm Todd Klein alongside Will Hammock from the Gwinnett Daily Post. And Will, the first round of the state playoffs are in the books, and it was the teams from Region 8 getting the upper hand on their Region 7 counterparts.
Yeah, we knew there was going to be some good ball games. You had to figure North Gwinnett and Grayson, you knew they were going to take care of the business as the top seeds. It was going to come down to those 2-3 matchups. Those were going to be the close games, and they were very good games. Decula with a nice win over Norcross, and Brookwood pulling one out against Peachtree Ridge when it looked like they were going to lose.
Well, let's get right to it. Peachtree Ridge was hosting a first-round playoff game for the first time since 2009, and their reward was a showdown with defending state champion Brookwood. GPR's Nathan Shutter has all the action from Swanee.
Brookwood on the road at Peachtree Ridge for the first round of the state playoffs. Lions with the ball on the opening drive. Billy Best looking to pass. He fires a bullet, but it's picked off by Toby Gwynn, setting up nice field position for Brookwood. They will settle for a field goal to take a 3-0 lead. Next Lions possession, Best has trouble handling the snap. The loose ball is picked up by Connor Hennessy, and he takes off towards the end zone. No one will catch him, and Brookwood takes a 10-0 lead. Second quarter, Broncos now on offense. Zach Moon with the play-action fake, and he's going downfield to a wide-open B.J. Salmon. He makes the catch, keeps his balance, and takes it all the way in for 6. Brookwood in complete control, up 17-0. Peachtree Ridge will have an answer on the ensuing drive. DeAndre Atwater takes the handoff, fights his way past 2 Bronco defenders, and he is gone. Touchdown Lions, and they would add a field goal to cut the score to 17-10 at the break. Second half, and DeAndre Atwater will continue to shine. He takes the handoff and bounces to the outside, going untouched all the way for the touchdown. We are all knotted at 17. Brookwood back on offense. Moon looking to pass. The ball is tipped up in the air, and Darian Pogman shows great concentration to make the interception for Peachtree Ridge. And they will capitalize later in the drive. Atwater bounces to the outside, breaks some tackles, and finds the end zone for the 3rd time in the game. Peachtree Ridge now up 24-17. Under a minute to play. Brookwood down by 7. Moon connects with Salmon on the slant route, and he is gone. 33 yards on the touchdown to tie the game at 24, and we're heading to overtime. Brookwood down by 3 following a Peachtree Ridge field goal. Zach Moon will hand it off to B.J. Salmon on the reverse. He gets to the corner and dives for the pylon. Touchdown Broncos, and that is the game winner as Brookwood advances to the second round with a 30-27 win over Peachtree Ridge.
Well, I think Coach Fleetwood said it best after that game. It's not very often that you have a 300-yard rusher and end up losing a big game like this.
Yeah, Peachtree Ridge had to feel rough after this one. They did such a great job. I mean, rushing for 360 yards on Brookwood. Really a Brookwood defense that had played very well all season long, so great job by Peachtree Ridge there. Just the early miscues, building the early deficit really is what cost Peachtree Ridge. Falling behind 17-0. Played great after that. Really outplayed Brookwood for the majority of the game, but the Broncos just found a way to win at the end.
And like you said, well, it seems like Brookwood keeps finding ways to win. Kind of reminds you of that Parkview game where it looked like they were dead in the water, pulled that one out. Is this kind of a team of destiny?
It's a team that is used to winning. I talked to Coach Cruz afterwards, and these kids believe they can win every time out. I mean, winning a state championship last season kind of builds that in these players, and they really believe they can take care of business no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets and how bad a situation you're in. And they were definitely in a bad situation in this one and found a way to fight back. A great playmaker, B.J. Salmon, did some nice things at the end.
Well, back to the highlights, and one of the newest programs in Gwinnett County taking on one of the older programs as the Archer Tigers paid a visit to North Gwinnett for the first round of the state playoffs in just their 2nd season of region play. GPR's Brian Wise has more.
It was all or nothing Friday night between North Gwinnett and Archer. First quarter, Scott Hush back to
pass, throws complete to Chad Scott on the crossing route. Scott then gets the ball down inside the 10. Hush then rolling left, throws on the run, complete in the corner of the end zone to Scott from his knees. Bulldogs up early, 7-0. Next North possession, it's Hush with the screen to Donnie Miles, who has some open space and powers his way downfield. Later in the drive, Hush throws complete to Scott, who has blockers in front, finds a seam and dives into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. After one, it's 14-0. Second quarter, North threatening. From 1 yard out, it's Joe Jones with the carry. Touchdown Bulldogs, leading 21-0. On Archer's ensuing possession, Jarvis Hawley back to pass. Dante Sawyer gets in there and knocks the ball from Hawley's hands. North's Carl Ryder scoops it up. 25 yards later, touchdown Bulldogs, leading 28-0 at the half. Third quarter, Bulldogs at it again. Hush with a pass to Scott, makes a man miss into the end zone for the third time on the night. North now in command, leading 35-0. Later in the quarter, Michael Haynes with the keeper up the middle. Touchdown Bulldogs. They lead 42-0 after that one. They would add one more to go on to win 49-3 over Archer.
Well, this one kind of turned out a lot like we expected. North Gwinnett playing some great football, didn't change in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, North Gwinnett has shown why it's one of the best teams in the state. Really had a great game. Scotty Hush had an amazing game, and this one really powered the offense. You know North Gwinnett can run the ball, certainly can pass it with Scotty, and that defense is outstanding. Or just shut down an Archer team that had been playing some good football towards the end of the season. Yeah,
and let's talk about that Archer team. I mean, getting to the playoffs, it's a big milestone for this program, and I think you think bigger and better things are ahead for the Tigers.
Yeah, there's a lot of good young talent over there at Archer, and they're doing things the right way with Coach Dyer. There's a lot of positive things going on with the Tigers. I look for a great future. They had a GFL team in the championship game for the first time this year, so a lot of talent coming through that community. I think it's going to grow out there, and you're going to see some very good football teams coming through.
More highlights now, and the Grayson Rams enter the state playoffs as one of the favorites to win it all, but they would have to face a tough task in the first round against Collins Hill, a state semifinalist just last year. Brian Weiss has the call.
Grayson welcomed in Collins Hill Friday night for first round action. We picked this one up third quarter. Grayson up 22-0. Rams on the move. Nick Schuessler with the quarterback keeper getting the Rams a first down. Later in the drive, the handoff from Schuessler is to Wayne Gallman, who fights and pushes his way into the end zone from 8 yards out. Grayson leads 30-0. Grayson would take over after Collins Hill punt. The handoff is straight up the middle to Robert Kimdiche, who muscles his way upfield for the Rams. A few plays later, it's Austin Meadows with the carry, but Will Stewart of Collins Hill sticks his hand in and strips the ball, then pounces on the fumble. Eagles would take over on their own 10, but it was the Rams defense which was stout all game, making the big play as Kimdiche with the sack in the end zone for the safety. Grayson cruising 32-0 after 3. Fourth quarter, Britt Sheehan throws complete in the flat to Tevin Holiday. A few plays later, Jordan Parker with the carry finds some room on the right side, picking up an Eagle first down. Later in the drive, Sheehan throws complete to Connor Boston, but Boston throws back across the field to Sheehan, who is wide open. Touchdown, Eagles. However, it was all Grayson in this one as they win 32-7 over Collins Hill.
Well, Will, Grayson gets off to a great start here in the playoffs. I think we're expecting big things from them, really state championship type material here. Anything in this game to prove otherwise?
No, they played great in the first round, took care of business. You wonder how they're going to fare against teams that like to spread it out like that. It's been their Achilles heel at sometimes in the past, but they really just shut down a very good Collins Hill offense. Had a capable running and a passing attack at Collins Hill, and they really just could not budge. This Grayson defense had to turn to a little trick play there to finally get it in the end zone.
Well, I know it wasn't the way, obviously, Collins Hill wanted to end their season, but the fact they got to the playoffs after losing so much off of last year's team and then a nice little rebound during the middle of the season really says a lot about that program.
Yeah, they showed a lot of heart. I mean, a lot of people gave up on Collins Hill early in the season when they got off to that really rough start. But once region play started, they picked up some great victories and won the games they had to win to get to the postseason. So congratulations to the Eagles for getting that done.
All right, when we come back, we'll recap other action from the first round of the state playoffs. Plus, we get in the mind of Will Hammock and we unveil this week's building blocks. You are watching Prep Rally on GCPS TV. For 19 years, the county's high school sports television program.
For 2 decades, Calder Sports has been making dreams possible for thousands of Gwinnett County student athletes.
Sometimes we've been over the top.
Steve Coulter sings,
and
and the leader of the clan will take no prisoners on this day.
Sometimes we've been straight to the point.
Beverly Coulter is the most persuasive sporting goods salesman in Gwinnett County history, and that's including her son, Steve.
But most of all, we've cared deeply about every Gwinnett parent and student who walked through this front door.
Over all these years,
we thank you for your support.